The history of the electric car dates back to 1832 when Robert Anderson developed the first electric vehicle. It wasn't until the 1890s before the United States had its first electric vehicle, the electric carriage, which was developed by William Morrison. Jump to the year 1996 where the first mass production electric vehicle, the General Motors EV1, became available for anyone and everyone to buy. Throughout the years, technology became more and more efficient and cheaper, paving the way for the first electric car to use lithium-ion battery cells, the Tesla Roadster, in 2008. As oil and other natural resources became more scarce, it is imminent that the world as a whole finds another sustainable source for powering vehicles. We wanted to find out other people's opinions on the topic, so we took the streets of Sireline to find out their thoughts. Can I get you guys' names?
I'm David Brown. This is Martin Rizeppa.
First question, are electric cars the future?
I would like to think so.
They're much more better for the environment than gasoline cars.
Yes.
Well, why do you think that?
Well, electric cars don't give off gas that
They don't
put
run
a hole
on
in
gas.
They don't run on gas that gives. Well, they don't run on much gas. That would ruin the ozone layer.
Right.
Alright.
They run on electricity.
So why isn't there more electric cars out on the road right now?
Oh, it's not affordable.
Yeah.
Nowhere near
And
affordable.
it's not like
for the
in
average
style
man.
right now.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's not in style?
I mean, everybody's like
I mean, maybe
old,
in like California.
everybody's like 40 right now, so they're all rocking like the 80s lifestyle of gas cars
Why can't they rock the new style though?
because it's just not the time yet. Wait for the millennials, our generation. They're gonna grow up.
So you think the next generation of people will be the electric car generation?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're trying to save the world.
Yep.
Would you guys ever own an electric car yourselves?
No.
Maybe.
Why or why not?
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay.
I wouldn't because not chick magnet. I'm joking. I wouldn't want an electric car because, again, they're very expensive. And unless electric cars become inexpensive somehow, some way for the average man to purchase, then I won't be spending my dollar.
If it becomes affordable.
So you're saying your main concern is the price of electric cars? That's the factor that's holding you back from
Yeah.
purchasing one.
You have to charge most likely probably with your house or, okay, one, gas stations will have to have ports where you can have to charge your electric car. That means they have to individually create something for the electric car driver. Again, which is not something they have right now. Everything is gasoline, oil, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that, natural fuels. So that will cost. Secondly, to you personally, if you have to charge at your house, electric bill.
It's gonna be up. Oh man. Father's
Exactly.
not gonna be happy about that. You know.
Alright, well, did you know that the average American spends about $1,300 on gas per year? Your electricity costs, they're not going to be as much as that. So, do you think the cost of an electric car will outweigh the cost of the gas for the gas car?
Oh, right now,
I
believe electric car costs more than gasoline.
Yeah, right now gas cars where it's at.
I'm gonna say,
For now.
look at DTE
Give it
electricity
like
bills.
20, 30 years.
20, 30
and then
years?
re-ask
Yeah.
this question.
Okay.
We'll see.
Because once oil will be scarce in a couple years.
Yeah, because we're
so
not gonna-
scarcity raises the value
Yep,
of
and
anything.
then we have to find new ways to get around. We're gonna need electric cars.
My name is Sarah Beasley.
Are electric cars the future?
Most likely,
Why do you think so?
because it seems to be what everybody's wanting to buy nowadays.
So, if everyone wants to buy them, why isn't there more electric cars on the road right now?
Because some people don't like change, so they want to stick to what they know, and it can be expensive.
So, in your opinion, why is electric better than gas?
Is it better than gas?
I mean, it's your opinion. It's your.
gas.
What do you think?
Well, because you're not using a bunch of gas, you have to charge the car and stuff, right? I don't know.
Would you ever own an electric car?
Yeah,
Why?
just to fit in.
My name is Michelle Best.
Are electric cars the future?
I don't think so. I think I don't think so. I think no. It's still going to be gas powered and or another fuel source possibly, but no, I don't see electric cars being the future.
A popular opinion is that the electric cars will be the future. Why do you think there isn't more electric cars on the road right now?
From what I've read, I think they're very expensive. People can't afford them, and gas is more easily accessible, and companies and places would have to build more accessibility and outlets and ways for them to recharge, and that just is going to cost more money for companies and businesses. So gas
Yes.
being accessible just is easier.
So in your opinion, is gas or electric better?
I don't have an opinion on either. I just think gas is more accessible, and that's what we know.
It's projected in about 30 to 40 years, all the oil supplies and fossil fuels will run out. What's the cars going to be like then when we have no gas?
I think they're still always coming up with new ways to produce oil or gas or other sources.
Would you ever own an electric car?
I've never thought about it. I mean, I can't say never, but at this point, I'm not planning on it.
The last person we interviewed was an expert on this topic, Colin Gillespie, who works in advanced engineering at American Axle and Manufacturing. Tell us a little about yourself.
My name is Colin Gillespie. I am an engineer in co-op with American Axle Manufacturing. We do a lot of driveline parts for cars, and we have been recently getting into electric driveline. For example, the Jaguar I-Pace, which is our first all-wheel drive electric vehicle that AM has designed, uses an electric drive system.
In your opinion, are electric cars the future?
Yes.
How so?
A big part of that is the diminishing supply of fossil fuels, oil, which we use to create gasoline. And with those diminishing supplies, you need to have another source. And right now, a very efficient source to use is electricity. It's better for the economy, relatively. It depends how you create this electricity. We're not going to have oil forever unless we figure out another way to either create oil or be able to use electricity in vehicles more efficiently.
There's electricity and there's oil/gas. Is there any other ways that we can power cars for the future?
Natural gas is another way, potentially biodiesels or other agriculturally grown fuels such as E85, which people joke is called corn fuel. However, it's expensive to make, and usually the energy density in gasoline is sometimes a little bit higher than compared to E85.
Since electric cars are so popular to everyone, basically, not everyone, but a lot of people, why isn't there more on the road right now as we speak?
Costs. That's the big reason. There's a lot of research that have been gone into fossil fuel cars. A lot of research into the engines, the drive lines they used. If we put the same amount of research into electric cars, they might cost just as much as a gasoline car, or they might be even cheaper. And the second reason why there aren't more electric cars on the roads has to do with the phrase energy density. If you take a certain amount of volume, for example, a gallon of gasoline, an average small car these days can get up to 30, potentially 40 miles for 1 gallon of gasoline. If you take a battery about the size of a gallon of gasoline, which is generally about this big, usually you're not going to be able to go that same distance if you're driving the same way and with the same exact car. At the moment, we just don't have the battery technology that has that sort of energy density that's comparable to gasoline, diesel, or even E85.
Why is electric better than gas or vice versa?
Better is a relative term. Right now, gas is easily accessible. It's relatively cheaper to store. You can have gasoline in a container. Well, you can't just store electricity in a container. You need to have it in a battery, or you need to create it on the spot.
Electric vehicles are becoming more and more efficient, and it's predicted that over 100 new models of electric vehicles will be introduced in the next 5 years. Not only in the future will electric vehicles save people money, but will overall help the environment and create a more sustainable society.